Well, welcome back to All Around the Home. Today I'm going to be doing a budget video where I'm going to show you what I have in my pantry and my fridge and freezers. We're going to take inventory of what I have in these places and determine what I need to purchase to get me through the next 2 months. Our goal is to spend $100 a month for 2 people. That's not including dog food or toilet paper, paper towel, etc. But that is our goal to spend, and I'm going to take you along to show you what I have here, and then afterwards we'll talk about the budget and how I'm going to be rolling that out over the next couple months. So we're very fortunate to have this pantry just off the kitchen, right there. So it is a very convenient place to store stuff. We don't have any food in our kitchen. Everything is stored in here with the exception of the fridge and freezer. You will see a lot of stuff in here for 2 people. This is our main storage area. Anything that's stored in here, it can keep a lot longer than what you would have in a fridge and freezer. As I go through across the top, a lot of our storage is up there. I do a lot of cakes for friends and family, so there's a lot of decorating material and equipment, as well as supplies for like having company and parties, etc. Across the top, just additional bins for storage. We come to the baking section. I do a lot of stuff from scratch, a lot of cookies and stuff, so that is our main baking section. And then it spills down here. There is other items such as baking soda and chips and salts and different sugars. And then our snack food, junk food shelf. There's 2 sections actually in this pantry that's quite a bit of junk food. This is for just a company that we have where we want something quick to throw in a bowl. And then bigger items such as our flour and our oil stored here. Our bigger appliances are stored along the bottom, along with other equipment that we don't use every month. It only comes out of special occasions, any overflow of bigger things of rice, etc. And then drinks. When I first walk in, I see that, and maybe that's not the best spot to have, but that is our junk food bin, where we open items and there's still items left in the bag, so they are stored here. We do need to go through that. It's quite full because of Christmas, so we are going to clean that up in the next few weeks. And then we have our crackers, and then it goes into our sauces and oils. These Lazy Susans are quite handy when you have them. Oils, and then salad dressings, etc. Moving to the next shelf, you will see a lot of sidekicks. There was actually a good deal last month where you bought 2 of them for $1.98, and then you get one of the select Knorr ones for free. So I kind of used a lot of coupons to get through because they were expiring, but they don't expire in the pantry, so I can have them in here for quite a long time. And then we come into our jars and soups, and then our pastas, rice, different kinds of noodles are stored here, and then up to the baking shelf. Breakfast shelf, so there's leftover stuff there. And then we have cake mixes and stuff that I'll do for quick things for work. And then if I continue down the shelf, you'll see some breadcrumbs and other items such as stuffing and the sidekicks. Again, there's a spill over there. And then in the back corners on each one, we store excess paper products, or Ziploc baggies, plastic wrap, etc. And then if I span over to the right hand side, there is leftover items from Christmas that need to be packed away. We have our bread maker, and I have a big dog, a Newfoundland. She does get hard and soft food, so that is her food there. And then additional bins. So as you can see, I have a lot of food in here to use up, which will be used over the next month or so. And so I'll take you along while I do that piece. Next we're going to go into the fridge and freezers on my main level. So this is the main floor fridge in our kitchen. It's quite large and it has an attached freezer. So we use this fridge mainly to store our stuff for the given week. So in our fridge, does need a clean out, but as you can see, we do have some items in here that we can make meals throughout the week, but I do need a few items such as cheese and other things that I've run out of. I find the top shelf usually gets cluttered with a bunch of stuff, but if you put in a Lazy Susan, I love this, you just spin it around and you can see anything in there. So we have quite a few kind of condiments and stuff on that side, as well as my husband has a fetish with sauces, etc. So these are always overwhelmed with different types of sauces and stuff. On the next shelf is usually some more condiments, but also your sour cream and your cream cheese, etc. The meat drawer, there's a little bit of meat in there and some cheeses left over from Christmas that we need to use up. And then to go down the next level, got some salads and some other dips and stuff at the back. And then our eggs and cheese. I'm running low on cheese, so I need to get some cheese. And then this was dinner from last night that is prepackaged. I will be freezing some of this as we don't go through it quick enough. So that will be used up in the next month or so. And then we have some milk in the back, some cauliflower, and then our veggie section with some peppers and tomatoes and potatoes, and then the following: carrots, onions, butter, and some random stuff in the bottom there. So I need to purge this and kind of go through what we're going to eat and use up in the next little bit, and we'll move on to the freezer. So onto our freezer. At the top we store kind of like quick meals that you can pop in toasters. Sometimes I store banana bread up in here. We have a little bit of breakfast items, some items I need to go through and toss. And then down here, that's our ice maker right there. But down here is some containers left over of food that we had made from previous meals. Naan bread, some cookies, some buns, ice creams, and some bagels and stuff, and fries are in the back. And then again, spaghetti, meatballs, there's 2 servings in there. In here, we have garlic bread, some steaks that I got a good deal on, 50% off. It's best time to buy steaks and other meats is just before a holiday, so the evening of a holiday, such as like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Usually the meats are marked down at that point, and I just freeze them. And then we have some other items here, like a pork loin that we got a good price on, a shrimp serving thing, and then also containers from previous dinners. I made pasta a few weeks ago, so pasta is kind of one of our meals that we go to quite a bit. So there's always some pasta servings in here. Some breakfast fries, some veggies in the back. And then if I go to the next one, there is some fish, some more fries. There's some more ice cream. Veggies, this is mainly the veggie drawer, so there's lots of veggies at the bottom, and some more containers of leftover meals. This was pulled chicken that we served over mashed potatoes. That was pretty good. And then to go to the door, I usually just store bananas that kind of went ripe, so I can make banana bread later. Some containers of fresh vegetables or frozen vegetables to throw in a casserole or something. Some freezies for the kids. We have friends that bring kids all the time, so there's freezies. And then that's the ice maker, and then at the top there's some more bananas and some ice packs, etc. So that is the freezer upstairs. I'm now going to show you the freezer in the basement. So this is our fridge and freezer in the basement. I apologize, it's loud down here. It's right beside our furnace. We store the overflow here. The deep freezer is on the right and the apartment style fridge and freezer is on the left. We do actually use a child safety lock just to hold the freezer closed because sometimes it doesn't close properly. This is what we currently have in our freezer. We have some leftovers from previous meals down here, as well as some fruit. In this drawer we have our bacon, pork, some ham, more bananas and bagels, chicken, which will give us for the next 4 weeks enough. We might have to buy some more. Ground beef and some more chicken drumsticks and thighs. And then on the left hand side is our fridge. This is where company comes to grab some pop, so this one just has mainly soft drinks in it. And then the freezer store some of our desserts that are left over, like outside of the boxes, as well as some pork. I apologize, it's dark in here, but there's some more leftovers in there. Some buttered chicken, some taco shells, meatballs, some pasta, and some other items like fries and some sandwich bars, frozen sandwich bars down there. So that's what we have down here. So let's talk about the budget. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be $100 for the month for my husband and I, for both of us, $100. It doesn't seem like a lot. If you break it out into weeks, it's like $25 a week. So it doesn't go very far. But as you can see through my pantry and my fridge and freezers, we have a lot of food to make it to the end of the month, and if not another month. So the goal is to try this for a couple months, and I'm going to be updating weekly how much we're spending on the food each week, and I'm going to break it down into categories there, so you can have a better idea of how much we're spending. But the goal is $100, and I know we've done it before and we do it on a regular basis. I do watch food costs all the time. I price match quite a bit, use coupons, but here in Canada we don't have the double up as our American friends do. So it does make it a little bit more difficult to save the money. Our sales tax here in Ontario is 13%. It's not on all food items, as the necessary food items are zero taxed, but some of the other items are 13%, so we have to be cognizant of that when we're budgeting. For the month, we do have a few birthdays coming up, so that might take 1 or 2 of our meals out of the equation, as we are going to be at friend's house for those. But I think $100 is doable. As I mentioned, we've done it before in the past, so we're going to do it again, and I'll take you along for that ride. Thank you for joining me, and watch for our next videos on the breakdown of my first shopping visit.